Okay, what I learned this week, WLTW, that's what's happening. This is a little time where you can take stock before your week goes crashing into your weekend. And this is where you can kind of share some of the things that you learned. And we've tried this a couple of times already, so thank you if you've been riding along with us. The internet's been a little wacky today, but we're just plowing through. We have Wendy-Lane Bailey. She's a director. She's a producer. She is a veteran in the New Jersey theater scene, and I can't wait to hear from her I would love to talk to Wendy-Lane about what she has just learned in life in the theater, but she's going to share with us what she learned this week in theater, so that's exciting. My name is Annie Schiffman. I'm the founder of Downstage Media, and at Downstage Media, we help theater people, actors, directors, producers, improv people, improvisers, to know what to post on social media so that way they can connect with their audiences. So a lot of what I talk about has to do with social media marketing for theater people. And although feel free to share in the comments anything that you have learned as well. So I've got Wendy-Lane Bailey here, and she is going to jump on. So let's go live. Wendy-Lane Bailey, who is the producer and the director of the show Love, Loss, and What I Wore. That's happening in Fair Lawn, New Jersey in February.
Oh. Hi! We did it!
You are. Hey, Wendy-Lane. Thank you for sticking up with the changes there.
Oh, no. But not at all. This is fun. Do I have lipstick on my teeth?
I don't see any. Your lipstick looks flawless, if you ask me.
That's what you get. You know, it's hard to put on red lipstick in a hurry.
Well, the time you took, whether it be minutes or seconds, paid off, Wendy-Lane. You are looking fab.
Thank you. We try.
So I was saying before about how much I would love to talk to you about your life and your career in the theater, because it seems like you have so much neat stuff that's going on.
Oh, Lord, I've done so many weird things.
But
I've done it all.
That is so cool. But right now, or one of the things that you're doing right now is you're directing.
Yes.
You're producing.
Yes.
So why don't you share with us something that you have learned? What is one thing that you learned this week?
Well, because when I get involved with a project, it's all consuming. This comes out of what I've learned working on Love, Loss, and What I Wore. But it applies to everything. But whenever I'm learning that the best, the first, and I think the only question to ask myself, whether I'm an actor or whether I'm singing or whether I'm directing or producing or even doing social media, is what's the story? Because to me, if you want to make a connection, if you want to change somebody's mind, you've got to tell them a story. Because people don't connect with facts. They connect with stories. That gives them something, they feel like they've learned something about you, and so they want to reciprocate by sharing. And so I think that's a starting place for anything.
That makes so much sense, because I even noticed with some of the posts that you were putting up on your own Instagram feed, which is at Wendy-Lane Bailey, that you were saying things like, come and take a moment out of your day. Come and have a cup of something. I think you said something caffeinated.
There was caffeine, there was chocolate, there were a couple of food references, because there's always food references with me.
Good. That's a girl after my own heart. I love that. So I think it's so important is to really bring, and so we were able to see that just as far as you helping to share what you were doing today with us, in the idea that you kind of created a whole environment for your audience, that it was come in, sit down, take a minute, have some caffeine, have some chocolate, have a moment for you where you can learn some stuff, you can share some stuff, and we can all be part of this together. I love that. So tell me about Love, Loss, and What I Wore. So tell me where it's happening, and specifically what you are finding is so surprising about this show and this process for you.
Sure. It is February 15th, 16th, and 17th. At Fair Lawn, at the George Fry Center for the Arts in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. I'll give you the ticket link. It's whatiwore.brownpapertickets.com.
And I'm going to type that into the comments while you are talking more.
Great. And tickets are on sale now. And for me, I mean, what this show is basically, again, going back to the story idea, is it's 5 actresses on stage portraying multiple women just telling their stories. Mm-hmm. And it's such a powerful thing because we have this idea that our stories have to be big and bigger than life to be interesting. And everybody's story is important. And it doesn't have to contain world-changing information because it's in those small stories that we sometimes find the answers to bigger problems, and they illuminate our lives. And it's so, even in the year 2019, it's so revolutionary for women just to be on a stage and just tell their stories as they are without apology.
Absolutely. And I love that. Love, Loss, and What I Wore is written by Nora and Delia Ephron,
mm-hmm. her sister.
And so if you're familiar with Nora Ephron's work, she's written so many great screenplays and her books, and always has a very real, very funny tone to it that just invites you in completely and really helps to shape the stories with her unique voice. And then to bring it to the stage like this with 5 women playing multiple characters sounds like the perfect Valentine's Day date night for your favorite feminist. Am I right?
We're calling it Palentine's because we want you to bring your best friend, your husband, your lover, whoever, because there are a couple of misconceptions about this show, and one is that it's only for women.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I have 2 men on my production team. My AD's a man, my technical director's a man, and we'll work on a scene, and we'll have to break at the end of the scene because all of a sudden, all of us, including the actors, are like, yes, that happened to me. And it's not a male-female thing. Mm-hmm. It's just people sharing their stories. And it's deceptive because it's very funny and there's so much humor in it. And when you start to kind of really pay attention, some of these stories will just grab you, and it's like, wow, because they're told it's like talking to your friends. You're just talking, and all of a sudden that moment comes.
Amazing.
Something is so deep and profound, and you're not trying for it. It's wonderful.
That's so exciting, and I can't wait to see it. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, you can go to pioneerproductionscompany.org as well. Yep. It's right up there. You can see all the other neat stuff that Pioneer Productions Company is doing.
We've got great really stuff in 2019.
And so also another thing to make you aware of is if you just thought of what you learned this week, please use the hashtag WLTW so that way we can learn what you learned this week. And then next week on Wednesday the 16th, I'm going on Facebook Live at 8:30 at night. There's a whole new Facebook content strategy that we've been playing with for about 4 weeks now with Downstage, and something that we had heard about through a lot of other really good resources. And then Buffer just put out a whole big report about how to use this kind of strategy, so which really sort of underline what we've been doing for the past few weeks anyway. So I'm going to lay that out, let you know how that's going for Downstage's content and also for some of our clients as well. But in the meantime, get your tickets to Love, Loss, and What I Wore. Thank you so much, Wendy-Lane Bailey.
Thank you.
And we will see you all next week, Friday at 2 o'clock, WLTW.